Hello, I'm Sandra Shevey, and this week I'm going to be revisiting my interview with Shirley Clarke, one of the great female filmmakers of the 20th century, and a very good friend of mine. Shirley Clarke was on the board of my film archive, the Women's Film Educational Project, which also had on the board such female directors as Ida Lupino, Dorothy Arzner, Frances Marion, and others. As I say, Shirley was also a very good friend. Her films, the great films, one of my favorites, Portrait of Jason, I believe was playing at the time at Lincoln Center. So it was a natural thing for me to ask her if she'd appear on the radio show I was doing for WMCA. I interviewed 3 people, Shirley, Anthony Burgess, whom I hope to get to at some point to revisit that interview, and Edward Epstein, who had just done a biography of Lana Turner. Shirley wanted to photograph me during this whole scenario of doing this radio show because it was just a one-off for me, and I declined, sadly. Anyway, please enjoy the interview.
All of my producers, even in independent filmmaking, were men, and I wasn't aware of that until I stopped doing it because they went out to get the money.
Why is there this myth, then, that women control the money in America? I hear this from my father,
That's the thing that, they live longer, and
Yes.
the poor guy dies, having worked hard all those thousands of years, and she's sitting on all that fantastic sum of money, which she can now take, and she can travel or buy things or whatever, but she can't do anything else. I mean, that's where the rub comes.
Why is that? Is that some sort of, is that in the contract, as it were, or is it psychologically
No, I think we've been fed, First of all, I think we've been psychologically fed from the start. I'm one of 3 daughters.
That women should support a sexist system.
Yeah.
Quite.
I'm one of 3 daughters, all who were brought up to believe we had one goal in life, to marry well.
Yeah.
And, which I don't know that any one of us have done particularly, but certainly my father or mother did not expect any of us to do anything. Now, in a way, going into the arts is easier than going into business if you're a woman. For instance, I started as a dancer, and that's a field where women tend to be in control.
Sure.
At least in the world of the modern dance.
Well,
not ballet, by the way. Ballet is still the male chauvinistic scene where Balanchine, all the great choreographers are men.
It seems that women are always allowed into the...
those
sort
little
of poor,
strange, the poor man's scene.
Also kind of glorified chorus girls,
right,
the actress, all
right,
glorified harlots,
Right.
Anything which takes concentration and anything which takes
it's so extraordinary because
women are just, again, going back to the Bible, women are evil. We are, we are culpable. We are dirty. We are slime. We have no high-flown thoughts,
is that the very thing that women have done all their lives, supposedly, such as the fact that women who take care of a home, children, etc., do about 10 things at the same time. Now, that talent, no man in the world is capable of. In other words, he needs a woman's secretary to hold him together.
Oh, sure.
I mean, any businessman is held together by a woman.
Yeah. However, I think if the shoe were on the other foot, and I hope it will be in the future, you'll find how easily a man will be able to do the same thing.
I have a man secretary.
Expediency. It's what's expedient. If a man were forced to make a buck. I mean, I was out of college with very with good credentials. I was hired as a secretary as opposed to men who came out of college with the same credentials who were hired as junior writers. So I think and you stay with it.
We've been brought up to believe that women are the power behind the throne of a man.
Sure.
And that's her role.
Sure.
In fact, we're always freaked when somebody becomes Queen of England.
Quite.
Or Queen of Denmark. Meaning that she's now, even in the figurehead sense that these queens are queens, supposedly in charge, and that's what they don't want.